Hi, this is Mr. Pence from TapCritic.com, and today we're going to take a look at Almost DSLR from Rainbow Silo. With the iPhone 3GS and the iPhone 4, you can record a video, and with the iPhone 4, you've got a great 720p mode. But one of the reasons why I just didn't really use the video recording much is because of the roaming exposure, the roaming white balance, the roaming focus. I mean, it's good for like little family things. But if you really wanted to like shoot a small little film with the iPhone 4 with like the Ali Bubo, with the exposure roaming, it's less than ideal. Well, I found Almost DSLR. It's $1.99 on the iTunes App Store, and it does these things. It'll lock your exposure, it'll lock your focus, it'll lock your white balance, and it's really, really cool. Let me show you how it works here. I'm going to take a white card here and throw it down, and you'll see how the exposure is roaming. You'll see a little bit of just a change in the exposure here. And it's cool for just a run and gun point and shoot when you're doing like vacation videos or just whatever. But like I said, if you're wanting to shoot like a little short with the 720p mode, and you've got a wide shot of a sky and you tilt down, the exposure will roam. Well, Almost DSLR will allow you to lock that, and it's a really, really cool app. It's only $1.99, and let me show you how it works. You've got all these different options here, and what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and lock my exposure. I'm going to click Exposure here, and you'll see two selections, Lock and Continuous. We're going to go ahead and hit Lock here, and we're going to do the same thing with the white balance. We're going to lock the white balance, and we're going to lock our focus. So now, when I move this paper, you don't see any exposure adjustments, you don't see any focus adjustments, you don't see any white balance adjustments. Really, really cool. So I'm going to throw in Luke Skywalker here, and as you can see, you can still tap to focus, but as soon as you do that, the focus is locked. The focus is absolutely locked. So pretty incredible. For $1.99, I've been really looking for something that would allow me to record video, and this does stills as well, but I was looking more for in the video realm. If you get an Ali Bubo with a great lens on it, and you're running Almost DSLR, you can lock all this stuff, and it looks absolutely great. You got some grids here. You can turn on some grids, which is pretty cool. You can turn those off as well. You've also got the option to leave your backlight on, your LED light on the iPhone 4. So there's the LED light. And once again, the exposure didn't change. All I got to do is tap it, and let me turn my exposure lock off. Okay, so now I'm going to tap that, and then I'm going to turn my exposure lock on. And as you can see here, the exposure does not change at all. So very, very cool. Like I said, if you're just looking to, and check this out, see I'm going to move this, the exposure has not changed, the exposure is locked. So let's go here and tap, and let's lock it again. So if you're just looking to do, some filmmaking with the iPhone 4 or even the 3GS, and you're trying to find a way to lock your exposure, lock your focus, lock your white balance, actually have some grids. It works in both modes, landscape and horizontal, which is really, really cool. I'm telling you, I'm really in love with Almost DSLR. And the folks at Rainbow Silo have done a great job. I do have a couple things I would love to have, and I don't know if you can even do it, but it'd be great if you can just set your exposure with a slider. That would be so awesome. And then also, there's no zoom. You can't pinch to zoom with Almost DSLR. So they've been really quick to throw out some upgrades. So maybe down the road, if we can have a pinch to zoom and just like a slider for exposure and maybe some kind of white balance slider or some kind of input, for Kelvin, that would be awesome. But right now, if you're just looking to shoot and not have any kind of automatic stuff on at all, Almost DSLR is your application. So this is Almost DSLR. It's $1.99 on the iTunes App Store. And if you're shooting any kind of video at all with your iPhone 4 and you want it to look more professional, Almost DSLR is your app. This has been Mr. Pence from TapCritic.com, and I'll see you soon.